expanded on, I guess, the Labyrinth Duels with the whole dungeon dice monsters. But either way, I would have loved to have a whole game that was strictly based on Labyrinth Duels, and then of course, maybe you could switch out different labyrinths. It won't be the same labyrinth every time, because obviously eventually you would learn that labyrinth and you would get it memorized, so there would you would just get tired of doing the same labyrinth. So obviously, that would be also a cool theme for the game, a whole bunch of different labyrinths that you get to play in, different type, of course, different new mazes, different type of directions, different colors. Maybe some of these labyrinths have hazards like fire, water, ice, something. Maybe secret traps that are placed into the labyrinth. Because when Yugi and Joey went against the Paradox Brothers, okay, you summon a monster, and your monster was able to move how many levels that monster was. So if you summon a level 4 monster, that monster was able to move anywhere it wanted to from 1 to 4 spaces, okay, because of its level. So if you end up summoning a level 8 monster, guess what? You get to move 8 spaces, or under that, less than that if you choose. So I thought that was really dope, and that would be a cool way to enter through the labyrinth and figure things out. And you were also, I guess, able, if somebody put down a trap, you could actually put down, put a trap face down, and actually put it somewhere in the labyrinth. So if one of your opponents actually landed on that space, then the trap would activate. It would do what it do. And then if you don't want to do it that way, you don't have to do it that way. Maybe you can still activate your traps however you want. Just right there face down, or your spell cards. It doesn't matter. If it's a quick spell card, activate it, do your thing. What I'm saying is, I think this would be really dope, with a whole labyrinth, your monsters all up in there. You get to move your monsters, all of them, how many spaces you want. And then let's say you sacrifice one of your monsters from inside of the labyrinth to bring out a new monster. Like, you sacrifice 2 monsters to bring out Dark Magician. Then you can choose what space your Dark Magician goes to out of one of the 2 sacrifice monsters spaces. You could choose which one of those spaces your Dark Magician goes to in the labyrinth now. Alright, stuff like that. And I just think that would be really cool. I don't know. I don't think they would add dice in here or nothing, because I think maybe that'll make it too close to dungeon dice monsters. And when they went against the Paradox Brothers, there were no dice. So we leave the dice up out of there. We don't need no dice. But I think that would be really cool. And of course, just like in the anime, when they went against the Paradox Brothers, you cannot attack your opponent directly until you get to the end or the exit of the maze to where your opponent is. And then you're able to attack your opponent directly. You know what I'm saying? That is the only way. You know what I mean? And of course, you can't attack any other monsters either until you run into them in the labyrinth. So if one of your monsters run into one of your enemy's monsters in the labyrinth,